Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to Foreign Currencies with Scott. So, the last 3 days of the calendar year happen to coincide with the first 3 days of this week. So, that is what we're covering. Now, in advance, I'll just say that according to our perfect method, we had no trades this week. So we'll be closing out the year with the trades that we had already closed, and we'll be reviewing that over the weekend on the video that comes out on Sunday evening. Meanwhile, for your New Year's video here, we'll be looking at some charts. And what I've done here is rather than draw the horizontal lines for every day, the horizontal lines you see on the chart simply reflect the Tuesday close into Wednesday trade. So that first vertical bar you see on the left is the Friday close going into Monday. And you can see that it did not hover much off of the line. In fact, not 30 pips. So in either direction. So we had no trade. Then we come up on the next vertical line, which would be Monday night going into Tuesday. And again, you can see as the day went on, it did not move much from that starting point of the Monday close until much later in the day. And then what we'll come up to is our third vertical bar, which is the representation of the Tuesday close going into the Wednesday market. So here the horizontal lines will apply, and you'll see that middle line is the New York close, and then 30 pips above and 30 pips below. So as the day progressed, we hugged the line, but then went a little low. Now at 3 a.m., we were still this green candle in the middle here, still very close to the New York close. And it wasn't until about 3:45 that you can see we poked below it. Now we did then have a green candle at 4, so we could have put a trade in at 4:05, and it looks like that trade would have been successful. Yes, indeed. So we may consider going forward. We'll take a better look at these types of trades that finally crossed the 30 pip barrier within an hour or two of the London Open and see if they're worth trading. We've had two in the past 2 weeks that both would have been winners, but we did not enter either because at the London Open we were not yet 30 pips away. Now, just one more thought on today's video as we close out the year. I get to eat crow yet again because at the close of Wednesday, you will see that what we have is yet another blank chart here, meaning the market is not open on Thursday or New Year's Day. So it will open again on Friday. We'll have this 24-hour gap to be followed by one day and then the weekend where the market is typically closed. So there will obviously be no trade for Thursday, but we will see where the market will open on Friday. And we'll just go ahead and move our lines for that right now. So there is the New York close on Wednesday evening or New Year's Eve. So 73.5. So we want 035 here as 30 pips above. And then we will want 43.5 for our 30 pips below. And that's just off by one pipette. So we'll stick to that. And we'll go ahead and put in our vertical line. Now our vertical line will be a little tricky, of course, because there will be that 24-hour period on New Year's Day where nothing happens. But this is the point at which we will start. Just move it over here a little to the left. Actually, it doesn't matter because we're going to have this 24-hour gap, but that's where we are. We should probably just bring this forward and we'll go forward to about 1700 Eastern time on New Year's Day, maybe around 1600 is where the market should open for Friday trading. quite a ways when it's this expanded here. Let's shrink it up a little bit. Okay, and we'll just move it over here to 1600 or so. So now when the market does open overnight here, this will make a lot more sense. And we'll see if there's a trade on Friday for us, and we'll talk about that over the weekend on our Sunday evening video. So until then, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy trading. We'll talk to you in 2026. Bye-bye.